Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Tony here, our cabin in the woods. And today I am starting my Wicking String Hydroponics. I believe this is probably maybe my 4th or 5th year doing this. I am going to make a small change in what I do. All right, this is called Wicking String Hydroponics. Basically, from here to here is all water. You do not want the cup sit in water. This is wicking string. Can you see the string that's in there? Okay. For the past 4 years, I've been doing mine basically like this. You see how much line that's inside there? It's been laying in here. If you notice how this one's now kind of laying barely, but it's going to be in the water probably, going to be in the water for about 2 inches to 2.5 inches. Okay, what was been going on is we fill this up with soil, the seeds go in here, and the water gets wicked up inside here. What happens is, as you're adding soil, I'm just going to show you on the outside, you add soil, and you're going to lay the string in there, go in a circle like a stairway would inside the cup. You can just do circles all the way around in the cup, so that way it's always getting wet, your soil. All right, what I have noticed is, almost every time my soil is just really saturated with water. So I want to limit the amount of water that's really getting into my soil. So I am going to make a change. I'm not going to do that no more. I'm going to go to this right here. So it should slow down the amount of water that gets into our soils. Now, I have a whole bunch of these. All this is already pre-cut to 23 inches, I believe it is. All right, can you see these lines right here? There's one there, one there. This measures 19 inches, okay. I don't know if you can see it back there, but over here is a line somewhere. It's too bright for me to see it. A line right there, and a line right in that area, okay? That there is the length of what this 23 inches, okay. I'm going to go ahead and knock off 5 inches off my cords. And what that is, so I'm going to lay these things right here, instead of having to take a tape measure out every time, and I'm going to cut these off. Now, some of these are a little shorter than others, but I'm going to try to cut these all the same to make it like this. Now, this one hasn't been cut yet. I've got to do it. But I wanted to give you an example of what's going on. What happens is you see all my solo cups go in here. They all have a hole at the bottom I drilled. I made this all up. Here's all my tubs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8. I believe I'm usually putting in 7 in here. And so for now, I'm going to get these all cut up. I have my seed starting mix. I have my wheelbarrow ready. And we're going to get things situated. And once I get everything the way I want it, or I'm ready to show you, got the dirt mixed up and get these things all set up and cut up, I will bring you back and then we'll start doing our seeds. All right, guys, as you can see, I got all the ends cut. That was 23 inches back here, originally what they were. I cut them down to 19 inches, so I removed 4 inches of the string. So I'm ready to go. If I need more string, I've got some there. Now, here's the thing. Everything you see here, all this plastic, these lids, I made the lids, I drilled them all. Everything you see here, all of it, these solo cups, all of them. I put the holes in the bottom of them all. These have been reused now for, I'll just say the max of 5 years, but say 4 for sure, years in a row. The key on being able to reuse this, your first thing you think is when your plant's fully grown in here, you're going to pull a string out before you put it in the ground. And of course, then you dump your plant out and you plant your plant. No, that's not the key. The key is to dump it out, pull it out with the string, and plant the whole plant right with the string completely. Okay. At the end of the year, when you're done growing and you run around, then go over there and grab that string and pull it out and then save it. That's what these all are. They're the same ones What we got to do, I've got this all set here. I have actually already started this. I took that seed starting mix, potting mix. I put 2 bags in here, and I've probably dumped in almost 3 gallons of water. And what we need to do is we need to work with this, all of this stuff here. Yes, I'm playing in the mud. You need to get this all mixed up really good. Your wicking string will not start right away if the string is dry or if the soil's dry or barely wet. So you need to get this nice and wet, smushing in there. I'm going to keep smushing, but it just needs to be wet. You want to take out some of that water that's in there, but you want it nice and wet. So when you put all this in the can, in the bucket, as you go work and make it up, it's all pre-wet and you're able to start the process. The wicking string will start in right away. All right, guys, let's start on doing these. First thing you want to do is get your wicking string in there. All right, do that. Just set it all the way in there. And then once you get it through there, let's see, like that, okay? Now what I want to do is real quick, I want to see how far, remember I showed you about the water deal. Let's see, maybe you can see it in that picture. I just want to make sure the length of my wick is where I want it to be, which is pretty good. And I'm going to say, let's measure that so I give you a measurement. We are at 3.5 inches. So 3.5 inches is what I want from here to there. And it's just barely touching the bottom, curling over a little bit. Now what's going to happen from here is I'm going to hold the bottom, and now we're going to start putting in the soil. Just start putting it in there, kind of tamping it in a little bit, and as you go, you're going to take your rope and you're going to turn it in here, okay? Let's add some more in here. We're going to get packed in, and now we're going to start just going around in circles inside here as we go. Hopefully you can see some of that. I'll put some more in there, and we're just going to keep turning it around. It's going to be looking like that right there, all the way up, okay? And we'll just pack it with soil. You know, I'm not packing hard. I'm just tamping, barely tamping it in there. Okay, now I'm just going to keep on putting some more soil in here. There we go. And basically what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to set this in the water. I'm going to do 4 pumpkins, and then we'll plant the seeds in there. So let's grab another one of these and just do the same thing again. I'm going to ship that through there. We're going to grab it here. We're going to pull it through. My fingers are 3 inches. I'm a little bit longer than that. It's 3.5. We're good. Now we'll just start packing soil back in here again. Make sure it's down at the bottom. All right, make sure the wicking string is kind of near the center in a way as you go. And once you get it about halfway full of dirt, is then when you go ahead and start turning the string. See, like that? Just turn the string a little bit. Keep it, if you can, in the center, like what we got there. More of the soil. Get that in there. And just keep on wicking around circles. There you go. Something like that. All right, let me put some more in here. One reason why I like doing this method is that the old days I used to go and do soils, do the seeds, and the seed starter deal, and then you got to retransplant them again and everything else. And I hated retransplanting. Of all things I hated was that. This way, you can keep them right inside the same bucket. I can do same cup. I'll do 4 seeds in each one, and you're done. You don't have to do all that. My seeds will stay in here to the day I plant that right there, till we put them in the ground. All right, let's start crawling the hill. It don't have to be perfect. All this is going to do is that water is going to wick up the string and keep this soil nice and wet. Here we go. I'm going to put that one in the back. There you go. Seeds should be planted about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch depth. That's it. So I'm going to go ahead. Being that these are large seeds, I'm just going to put 3 in each one, a 1/2 inch deep. And you know, some people say, well, you're wasting a lot of seed, but you're really not, because these are heirloom. You can grab those seeds out of those other pumpkins and save them. Now, last year, I did not use these seeds. And last year I grew a lot, but these seeds are older and I want to use them. And if I can get some pumpkins out of these to replace these seeds, that's fantastic. I'll show you what I used last year. All right. All my deals got seeds in it. This is what I grew last year. This pumpkin. And it was fantastic. Now, all I'll do is just run around very lightly, just barely putting anything on there. I don't pack it. I don't do nothing with it. I leave it lightly done. And now you go. Now this thing's ready to go. When I'm done with all my seeds, I'll lower my lights down to about that low and get this thing warming up. And there you go. Give you a closer view of what the hole looks like in the cup. All right, guys. Let me keep going with these things. All right. We are done getting seeds in this. Finally. Okay, this first container, as you can see, that right there is all strictly, that's 8 of them. That's 8 tomato plants. We've got 2 cherry tomatoes right here. The back tub will have 2 eggplants, butternut squash, pumpkins. The next one over, we have broccolis. We have cantaloupes. We've got 2 different types of cucumbers, the short, small ones, and then the big, long ones. We have watermelons put in. We have zucchini put in. We have Brussels sprouts put in. Jalapenos is right over here. We've got bell peppers right there. We have acorn squash here. And if you look, it says peach trees. Okay. Last year I had a friend give me a bunch of peach tree seeds. And I did try them, and I couldn't get them to go. Don't know what happened. Not one come up. I went looking in the seed. I went digging them up, and nothing even happened to them. Not thinking about it, I actually put those seeds in the back of my refrigerator, and I found them a couple days ago. So I took the seeds out, cracked the shells open, and they are in water right now. I don't know if these will be any good. Nothing's floating. They're all sunk. It's all sunk. They're all doing good. You can't see it, can you? So I'm going to give it a try again. We'll just see. I like to have peach trees. I like to have pear tree too. But if I can get seeds for that, it'd be great. But guys, I want to look at this now. Look at all the wicks. You see the wicks that's in here? But they're all floating in the water. They're all doing really good. All right, you see the water levels. Some of them are a little high, but we're fine with all that. As long as nothing's sitting in the water, it's all looking good. This tray here is for my wife's flowers. She loves putting flowers around the flagpole, and probably my guess the flowers will be that group there. We'll go around there. She'll put them all around it, but that's what this is all about. I have tried growing her flowers in this system here, and I can never do it. I've done it 2 years in a row. I can't get nothing happening. So I'm going back to these. I do have a few of these laying around. And so I put several seeds in each packet, in each spot. And, of course, you know, we'll leave them. We'll transfer them over to another setup I have. I've got that too. And we'll go from here. Now, does this mean this is all we're growing? No. In my gardens that I have already made, I'm trying to grow more or the same in smaller garden beds. And this is why I went to Hugelkultur, to help maybe control that. Is there more stuff we're putting out? There sure is. Green beans. We've got sugar snap peas. I'm going to have 2 different type of beets, a red one and like a sweet yellow orange looking one. If you remember where I used to grow my onions and garlic out by my trellis garden, well, that garden bed I am going to turn into a strawberry bed out there. So we've got that we're going to put in, and I know I've left out 1 or 2 more things that we're going to grow, but that stuff is by seed, and is what we start out in those beds. So nothing is coming from in here. Anyway, guys, one last thing that I do have to do now is I will go ahead and lower my fluorescent lighting. They'll probably come down to about this tall right here. I need to get up there, drop that all stuff down. We've got it all adjusted down. Everything's looking really good. So now I'll just go ahead and drop this cover down, and it just completely encases this whole thing, and this place will start heating up. I put it in front of here. I put my chair. There you go. Put the chair like that. I've got the bucket there. Everything's setting good. This thing's ready. Move that over a little bit. And it gets hot in there. All right, guys, seeds are in. Everything's done in here. Now to move on to something else. You all have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.